What's up, Digidestineds? This is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today we're going to go over a Commandramon deck profile. I know Commandramon's a little hyped for this set because it's got a little bit more new features that allow them to play a little bit more, and they are a Rookie Rush style deck, and it's really crazy to see. So guys, let's dive right into the deck and see what we can do with it. So Commandramon got a lot of great support in the trial decks, and I'm not even joking by that at all. So let's take a dive right into it and see what it can do. So first off, Mishimon is, while this Digimon has D-brigade in its type, it gains 1000 DP, allowing it to be a little more stronger than most Digimon because being able to swing in with a 6k can survive a lot more than swinging in with a 5k and vice versa. So we definitely play a full playset of that because most of our rookies are D-brigade. Then we have Pagumon, which is on deletion, reveal the top card of the deck. If it's black, add it to your hand, which is really nice in all honesty because being able to plus even when you lose a Digimon is really nutty because the only one that pluses is this Commandramon here and our Dracomon. So we're going to talk about further when we dive into it. Then we got our normal 2-drop Commandramon to help memory choke our opponent. That is what we want to do. Then we have the blocker Commandramon, being the blocker Commandramon for 4 cost 2000 DP. At least if it dies, it takes a Digimon not really with it, but it can prevent a hit. Then we have Commandramon being the 5000 DP, 0 cost, which is a really strong Commandramon, which we'd love to see and use. Then here is what makes the deck pretty much the bread and butter it is. On deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one Commandramon from among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. So let's even go further. We use Izzy, look at the top, set it up, and then know that we have a Commandramon coming. Then we can swing in with this Commandramon or pull it out of raising and then have it die instantly, replacing itself with a stronger Commandramon. And that's all she wrote, boys and girls. That's like how we want to see it. With 16 Commandramons, we are likely to hit for our Darkdramon play, but we'll talk further. Next, we do play Dracomon. So on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add one Digimon card with Drawmon in its name, and place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck. So we have plenty of targets in this deck already that will help benefit us. The only cards that really won't be able to be grabbed are our options, Tamers, and our Omnimons. We don't really mind if we don't get them. If they are, we get a little more plus in this game, but outside of that, it's most of the time we know what we're going to be doing with it. So at least having plenty of targets we can grab is really nutty and really strong. Next, we do have Sealdramon, the blocker. When attacking, lose 2 memory, which is fine by us, but having the Digivolution of choking our opponent for 1 memory is really good. So that's what he's really there for. So if we're going second, we want to have him in our hand. Digivolve up, then Digivolve into this. If they give us 1 memory, we instantly give them 1. They can't go into their ultimate as freely as they want, and that could mean them giving us 2, which that means possibly 2 Commandramons coming onto the board, which is really good and really benefit for our favor. That's what we want to see. Next, we do have Commandramon here. So on security, at the end of the battle, play this Digimon without paying its memory cost. Really great skill. He's in there for the on-play draw too. But also, if we have Dracomon out on the field, he can Digivolve on top of him, and he gains some advantage for us there, allowing us to +1 and getting us the card we need. And I really think having Commandramon in here is just really powerful. Just even if you don't see him from the hand, we could even hard play him and it'd still be beneficial because we do play the Izzies and this Izzy-Joe combo that just helps out immensely. Then we have Darkdramon. Darkdramon is our rush. He is mostly our game finisher and the reason why our game board resets a lot. So rush, on play you may return up to 5 D-brigade Digimon types from the trash to the top of your deck in any order. Gain 2 memory for each card returned this way. Remember, if you are new to D-brigade, you need to remember you have to have 3 memory to start to be able to play this from hand, even though because it instantly has to go to 10 their side and then you gain the memory. You can't just play it and then gain all the memory and then be able to go to 0 because that's not how this card works. So definitely remember that this card works a lot differently than most of the other ones that say differently. like your Ragnar Lordmons and stuff like that, that just say I gain the memory back. So definitely remember that. It is not, you need to have the resources there and need to reach the equivalent you need to be. Then we do play one Volcandramon. I think Volcandramon might have some more value in this format, especially because he is searchable by the Dracomon, but it's also the major selling point is, I gotta say, is that it can wipe a Bond's field if they have a bunch of rookies out. Boom, takes out pretty much majority of their stuff, and then you punish them for it. That's what he's really in here, is for that one quick board wipe that could give us the game when we need. Then we have Magnadramon. So Magnadramon is, so if we use Izzy first and we're down to 3 and we see we have a couple options that can just benefit us going into security, we'll use that to gain us a further turn, or it's just great to keep us a further turn that we might not have had. Next, we do play Omnimon Zawart, at least one of him. I think having one of him really does help out in the long inevitable game, because you can do Darkdramon Digivolve on top of Omnimon Zawart when Digivolving, that trash the top 3 cards of your deck, which you could fuel for another Darkdramon coming out the following turn, and then this thing could just constantly keep hammering your opponent, and being able to remove one level 6 Digimon your opponent has is really good, because that's what we need. We need to remove a level 6 or lower. Sometimes that just might buy us the turn we need. So definitely. We also play Omnimon Zawart Defeat. If this flips in security, your opponent's just having a bad day. Let's be honest. There's not much they can do to get out of this situation, and this thing flipping up is just going to make them go like, why me? That is all that is in there for. Then we have Ultimate Flare. So this is for like the Jessamon matchups, stuff like that, because if this goes off in security on a Jessamon swing, if they didn't use dedicated plan prior, you could easily just force them to lose their Jessamon, and then all those fabulous little girls of Sistermons they have, the blocker one especially, goes bye-bye. So it's really good to see that card disappear off the board, because we don't want them to have a blocking board. Ultimate Flare just takes care of it. And it also helps against the Bond decks, because being able to de-digivolve it is very important, because that thing hitting it in security might help us in the long game. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Then we have Zwart. This is German, I'm betting, and it probably would sound better if I could just get a German to just shout this name. But hey, if you have a Digimon with 3 Musketeers in its type, ignore that. But main effect, delete all Digimon with play cost 7 or lower. This will delete your Commandramons. It is not just your opponent's side board wipe. It is a full, wide, clear board state. This is to help against rookie rush matchups and other terrible matchups we might find ourselves in. We do not want to just spam this and then we hope for. It could help out to get us a bunch of Commandramons out on the field, especially since if we can get 2 of those Commandramons to pop off one after another that replaces themselves with a Commandramon and then go into a Darkdramon the following turn, that's sweet. That's all it's in here for, is just to stop your opponent. It does add to hand, by the way, from security, and does not activate main effect. Then we have Iron Fist Onslaught. Boys and girls, this card, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. Rookie Rush matchup, board wipe. Jessamon, death to Jessamon, which is really good. Anything else, like Black Mirror Match might be the only thing that really makes this deck really upset. But outside of that, I think it's pretty solid and okay. So definitely Iron Fist Onslaught just takes care of the big threats that we might face. The bonds, everything like that. We want to get rid of them and just get rid of them. Then we have Izzy, who is, if your memory is at 2 or less, set it to 3 instantly, but reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. If all of your revealed cards are black, gain 1 memory. So this could be a 3-cost Tamer, which is major importance to us, because if we can get that 3, we're all set. It doesn't pass their turn sometimes, or we choke them out for that 4th memory that normally they would give us. So I definitely think it's a really good card in the long game. Let's see. And then let's talk about Izzy Joe. So Izzy Joe, start of your turn if your opponent has 2 or more Digimon, which is very easy in this game. And if they want to just play the King's High game and only keep one on board, fine by us. We're just going to punish them further. So they can't have their cake and eat it too with this card. They can't build a wide board and then try to clear us out. Nope, they have to come at us head on. So they have to go and either go King of the Castle or go wide. And if they go wide, we punish them. So what's really nice is on your opponent's turn, when one of your black Digimon is deleted, you may suspend this Tamer to trigger draw 1. So if we use the Commandramon and rest it to block, we are pretty decent, or even our Saber Drummon, which could definitely be a decent blocker as well. So I think this is a pretty solid deck. So let's talk about the possibilities, what you could do. Definitely you could do Starmons with Spyro Masquerade is a really nice tech. We saw that very much useful in our previous format in BT-5, where they kind of splashed this in and it really helped them out because they do keep a constant board level that most decks don't keep even if they lose something, because Commandramon replaces itself and Darkramon comes in for 3. Starmon can just remove a threat. Just really powerful all around. Then we might think that being able to add this card here. I don't know. I haven't tested myself, but I think it's a really nifty tech because main phase, one of your Digimon gains on deletion gain 2 memory until the opponent's next turn. So a blocker will instantly gain you 2 memory. So that could mean that it could pass your turn if they Digivolve up, because that blocker death could trigger a pass turn situation, which is really powerful and really nutty. And it comes to your hand if in security. Yes, it's not strong taking out removal, but it's a card that guarantees a pass turn at some points in game, so it definitely could see play. Next, Tai Kamiya. This is so you can play the red package, and I think having the Tai Kamiya make your Commandramons bigger does increase the ceiling of them not dying, even though we want them to die, but we also like having them on board a turn and forcing our opponents to remove them. So it's a win-win situation. Death pluses us. Staying on board annoys our opponent. So we're in this level of, yeah, that's what we wanted. So that's pretty much why it's in here. But we also gain access if we play the tie. We get Atomic Blaster. Choose any number of opponent's Digimon whose total DP adds up to 8,000 and delete it. That guarantees an Ultimate's death, which is what we kind of want to do. Or in a Rookie Rush matchup, we get to clear their board, which is pretty solid in itself. Then we also have Gaia Force, so delete one of your opponent's Digimon, just straight up being that. Spyro Masquerade, same reason as Starmon, just minuses DP and removes threats. You could definitely play Black Memory Booster if you want to have more searching ability, but it's still a non-Commandramon card, so it's like, what are you going to remove? You could remove the Shurgurg card. I'm never going to pronounce that right. Do not expect me to pronounce that right. Ain't happening. So, Black Memory Booster is Black Memory Booster. But then we also have Chaosmon. Definitely a good solid tech as well if you don't want to take the long road of Omnimons. But you could definitely go Chaosmon, get an extra swing in and clear out. It still does its job, and it's very powerful. So, hopefully you enjoyed all these cards that I've suggested. Let's go. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I really put in some time and thought into this deck. Hopefully you enjoy it a lot. And Commandramon seems like a very good rogue strategy going into this format, and I hope for the best for the deck. So guys, remember, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!